You guys know him, okay? You guys love him. He's the most fucking upset piece of garbage on the internet, really. He's just always upset about stuff. He can never be happy about anything, mostly because his wife is going to get pizza without him. It is, of course, TheQuartering. He is now mad. He is now mad about Monopoly, the board game. He's mad about Monopoly that apparently got woke. I guess we'll see what's woke about Monopoly. And apparently something backfired. I don't know. I don't know what he's mad about. Is he still mad about this is new, so it can't be the Monopoly game that gave like ladies and people of color like more money at the beginning, right? Maybe. Or did it give men more white men more money? I can't remember. Either way. Let's see. Let's see what happened. It didn't get woke? Let's see.
Who is this ghastly man?
Ace Ventura, pet detective.
Wow.
And,
okay, we're gonna skip that.
You know something? You're right.
We're gonna skip all that. This is cringe. This is really cringe. Look at these. What, pounds? What? A photo has surfaced as you wearing a Nazi uniform at a party 15 years ago. Go directly to jail. Do not phone daddy. Do not collect 2,000 pounds. You get a new tattoo of Greta Thunberg has turned septic. What? This is so cringy. Thanks to your private education and impeccable woke credentials, you are invited to write for The Guardian. You discover a grooming gang operating in your street. Is his editor English? New electric bike? Join the Labour Party? What? Insult a Brexit supporter. 350 likes. Retweet Channel 4 News. 25 likes. Is this BBC? Why are they mad at what was this British humor? Question mark? Can we get away from this? Is this still happening? Is this still happening? Hasbro asked for Public's help in updating Monopoly's community chest cards. Okay. Ghost written by Sargon and Milk Boy. Yeah. I'm avoiding this. You can cut the beginning of this if you want. Seriously? Jesus Christ. A whole fucking minute of really bad editing? Oh, Jesus. He looks so fucking tired of himself. And I gotta be honest, I agree. Alright. There's a penis in the next few frames? What? Does that have... Well, it didn't show up as copyrighted in his thing, so it should be fine. Either way. If it was copyrighted, if you just want to cut this, we may have had to cut some of this stupid beginning of Jeremy's video. 58 seconds of really bad memes. If you'd like to go look at this, search it yourself. I'm not linking to his original video. This is gross and awful. Wow.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from TheQuartering, and Monopoly is at it again. Now, they're no stranger to pandering to woke culture.
Woke culture?
To try and get some buzz, and apparently it keeps working. I mean, what? I can only assume that a company that...
Crike? Thanks for following.
Literally put out Miss Monopoly to deal with the false gender pay gap and socialism monopoly. They just... It must work.
Socialism monopoly doesn't make any sense. Is this a creepy crawlers thing?
Stop buying this crap.
Did he finally turn the planet on, or is it always on? Holligan streams.
I don't understand. Look, let me give you. He
is very yellow in this. I agree.
Today's is, new level wokeness is also hilarious. But just to give you a little background on how many times Monopoly has pandered. Here you have. Yes, it's a socialism-themed Monopoly game. It packs a message tailored for capitalists.
Okay. Is this new? Is this a new thing? I don't.
Winning is for capitalists. At least That's the message behind the parody of Monopoly that surfaced on...
It's a parody of Monopoly. Okay.
This week after Twitter thread...
It's a parody of its own game?
...on the game spread widely. In Monopoly Socialism, an official version of the game manufactured by the toy company Hasbro, players move around the board contributing to community projects, unless they can steal projects to get ahead, according to the product's description.
Okay. Monopoly Socialist. Isn't it anti-socialist? Monopoly Socialism. An adult twist on the classic game. Let's see. Okay. When you pass go, you collect 50 from the bank. This is our living wage. Players must immediately pay at least 5M to the community fund. Draw from the deck. You may only keep or use one chance card at a time. If you've already had a chance card before you roll the deck, this is okay. Community shuttle. When you land on the shuttle stop, you may pay 50 to the bank from the community fund to take the community shuttle to any project between that stop and that. So this is still capitalism. What? Then carry out the action of space you land on. If you wish to move further, you must pay 50. This is still capitalism. It's not even free fucking... It's not even free fucking... You can't even get a bus for free? What? What? Go to jail? The bank collects 50 from the community fund. No one collects 50. Your turn is over. When you're in jail, players can still contribute to community projects you manage. Okay. What? What's a community project? How do I get out of jail? You can pay bail, which is not how any of that would work. Use the get out of jail free card, which is how you should get out of jail anyway. Roll a 6 on a standard die. Deals and trades. You buy, sell, or swap projects. This is what? Player has no money. They need to pay for anything other than to get out of the jail. They must take it from the community fund. Game ends when either a player has placed all 10 of their contribution chips on community projects, or a whole town benefits from your socialist spirit, but more importantly, you win. Or the community fund runs out. So much for our socialist utopia. Everyone loses. Winning is for capitalists. Contribute to the community fund unless you choose to deplete it. Consider the best interest of the group unless you want to forget that and just do what you need to do. Monopoly sucks. What? That's so fucking shitty.
Players pass go, they get a...
This is making fun of socialism, and he doesn't understand that. Okay.
$50 living wage as opposed to the usual $200.
It's making fun of
the
socialism.
Tokens are all dated artifacts like a typewriter, a phonograph, a pocket watch, an old-fashioned telephone, and an old-style TV. Get ready for laughs as twists and turns, or put a life on a damper or working project on a shared utopian society. The description for Monopoly Socialism reads, cooperation isn't always what it's cracked up to be.
Does he not realize he's reading a joke?
But depending on where you are on the political spectrum, the tone of the game is either condescending or tongue-in-cheek. It sparked debate this week on Twitter thread highlighting the version went viral. The game pokes fun at the idea of working together, presenting it as an ultimately incompatible with the selfish motives of some players. Players are offered a series of choices that seem to highlight the potential for others to defect from socialism.
So now he likes it. Does he now like this? He said they went woke.
Also, they can either contribute to the community fund or choose to deplete it. They can consider the best interest of the group or do what is in their own individual interest. Now, Twitter communists got really upset because, you know, it was just more, you know, obvious pointing out that communism doesn't work, socialism doesn't work.
Why does he think those are the same things? Oh, yeah, he's a fucking idiot.
And never has worked. But people got...
It never has worked. Brother, you drive on roads. What are you talking about? You have car insurance. What do you think these things... These are socialized. What do you mean? What? Does he think he pays specifically for his internet? Like, this is a community fund that they use to pay for the entire internet. right? Like the service that you get. Like what the fuck? Like you're fucking. Oh, I don't like socialist healthcare, but I like private insurance. The reason private insurance doesn't work is because it needs everybody to opt in at a cheaper rate, right? But it doesn't because there's a fucking profit motive around it. So it takes the concept of collectivizing your money, but with profit motive on top of it, and also not everybody collectivizing, which makes it fail. But he's like, it would be better if we just didn't collectivize in general. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? He is absolutely brain dead. He's absolutely brain dead. Why do we get all the dum-dums tonight, Jake? It's what you guys offered me. You guys need to stop giving me the dum-dums and give me the smarts.
Mad, right? You see Nick Kapoor. I bought a copy of Hasbro's mean-spirited and woefully ill-informed Monopoly socialism board game, so you don't have to.
Why is he always like this?
Getting just absolutely triggered over it.
What? Someone fired Gina Carano again. Someone fire her from whatever she's working on. Just get rid of her.
Of course, Miss Monopoly was another great one. This was last September.
Oh, but they went woke, but they didn't. What?
Miss Monopoly is supposed to empower women. Critics say it does the opposite. Another woke backfire.
What was the last one? A woke backfire? What are you talking about? The last one was literally your team. What?
Of course, the typical 8-year-old probably doesn't know much about the gender pay gap. Now that the topic comes up, now the topic could come up if she plays the new game Miss Monopoly. Some critics are skeptical, however, of how helpful these conversations will be. Toymaker Hasbro announced this week of the rollout of the board game where female players receive $1,900 at the beginning of the game compared to $1,500 for male players. Girls also get $240 each time they pass Go on the board, while boys get just $200. Instead of a real estate mogul, Miss Monopoly invests in female entrepreneurs. The front of the box is adorned with a woman in a sassy stance and a steel-colored blazer gripping the go-to coffee. It reads, "The first game where women make more than men."
Okay. 1. Lib bullshit. 2. They do this to generate controversy so people talk about their game. How do you fall for this shit every time? He does this with Disney all the time, bro. All the time. He does this with Disney. And they fall for it again. And now everyone's talking about Disney. And then Disney's views go up. Like, capitalism. You know, the only good billionaires are female billionaires. True. The go-to coffee? I don't know. Did he mean to-go coffee? Yeah, to-go coffee.
The rules of Miss Monopoly may be well-intentioned, but gloss over the troubling forces behind the fact that women in the U.S. earn 80% of what a man earns. By the way, the gender pay gap is absolute bollocks. It's been
bollocks? It's weird. Lol cow for us, cash cow for the conglomerates. Yep.
Credited by every major economist on the planet. The pay discrepancy is a result of decisions that women make or the fact...
There's so much more behind that, obviously. Decisions that women make based on social pressures, based on the fact that... most people who identify as women are expected to have children, and because of that expectation, often do choose to have children, which takes them, obviously out of the potential earning capabilities of a person who doesn't normally have to have children, especially, the 3 months before and after having a kid, of course, not to mention that after that, their earning potential is going to diminish rapidly if you consider the fact that it's cheaper that your family will have more money if you just stay at home and take care of the kid rather than having your kid get childcare. oftentimes, like you sometimes people just go to work to afford the childcare altogether, and it's like, why don't you just stay home then? Like there's so many things that go into the adjusted wage gap, by the way, and the adjusted wage gap is real, and women do make less. And the only variable that they can't account for seems to be discrimination based on the fact that you are a woman. So, I mean, it is real. I don't know. Jeremy doesn't know. He doesn't know anything.
That, some women have babies and they can't work for 8 months out of the year.
You can work, what?
Or 9 months, sorry. Wow, that's not true. But they have maternity leave and all these things that happen. It isn't.
If you got maternity leave, it would count towards their earnings, Jeremy. Anyway. Think Jeremy has ever been invited to other people's to actually play these edgy novelty games? No. Braid Veryman, thanks for following.
They use this to gloss over that. They try to present it as women and men are paid differently for the same job, which is not true.
It is
and
true.
It's also illegal.
It's illegal, and they still do it. It's definitely a thing. It's illegal if you say that that's the reason that you're not getting paid. You can just pay an employee less for no reason, because that's how capitalism works. It's shitty. I mean, like, it's not like as bad as it has been in the past, but it's still a thing. The adjusted wage gap is a thing. I changed the Twitter link for Nightbot post. Oh, I'll look at it later. I'm going to do the whole. I'm going to rework the entire Nightbot.
To mention that, but
that's
neither here nor there.
I'm reworking everything.
A more apt version of the game would have male players face the penalties women face in the workplace, the associate professor said. In the real world, women ask for raises just as often as men, but are less likely to get them.
Wow. That seems fine.
Men are more frequently promoted into manager-level roles, and of the CEOs who lead the companies that make up the 2018 Fortune 500 list, just 24 of them were women.
Fuck lady CEOs, for the record. Fuck them. Don't care. Fuck them. But what's he going to say here?
You might, like me, might be saying, I mean, just because there are less women in a role does not mean that less women, or that it's a bad thing, or that there's, for sure discrimination. It's just not true. People don't really use any logic when they look at.
Stop it. He doesn't get to say words about stuff. He doesn't get to use the word logic ever. Stop. Made me laugh.
This is not a gender pay gap. This is a earnings gap. They say it in their own graph. Look at the gender pay gap, but right underneath it, median weekly earnings. There's a difference between pay and earnings, all right?
What's the difference, Jeremy? What's the difference between pay and earnings, Jeremy? I know they say that a lot. I don't know what the difference is, because it's never been actually a difference. Because if I say, okay, what's the difference between an earning and an earning gap and a pay gap? Well, if you the earnings gap is just you're paid less. You mean the pay gap? Like, yeah. When you get paid, when you earn. Oh, okay. So you're not earning your. Are they not paid more? They are. It's literally the same thing. It's absolutely the same thing. By the way, this is not necessarily helpful if you are an idiot, but this is for full-time workers. This means that they work 40 hours. Right? Like, it's not reasonable if you don't apply it to how much you work, right? It's reasonable if you apply it to how much you work. Women, men, how much time do you work, then how much money do you make? Okay. If you just did how much money you make, men would out-earn lady workers by quite a bit because of the fact of childbearing, right? And we understand that. That's normal. That makes sense. Where the fuck do I earn $1K a week? Please inform me. I would love to know. Median weekly earnings for full-time work. Is that even true, actually? Yeah, I guess the median household is in the 50,000s. That makes sense. Median U.S. earnings. Okay, this is actually wrong. Yeah, this is actually incorrect. Wow. I actually don't know where they got these numbers. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, so in 2017, which is right here, it's above 900. It says the median personal income is $865 for a full-time worker in the U.S. in 2017, which is almost $36,000. Yikes! Yikes! Do they include the 600 billionaires in America? No, I just looked up median. It wouldn't matter. I literally just looked up median. I don't know where they're getting this to be. Source, Bureau of Labor Statistics. What are you talking about? In 2017, what? This is overnight. This is wrong. This says Bureau of Labor Statistics right here in the source. But my same source says this is wrong. Anyway, whatever. Median isn't the same. I said median. I literally said I typed the word median out loud, and it said that on the thing. I typed median. Fucking dare you. How fucking dare you right now?
You make $40,000 a year, but if you take 8 months off to have your family...
A year? Well, then it'd be $52,000. That's how math works.
That's just, biology. That's the way the biology is. It's not a pay gap. God, it's so stupid. You have to be an idiot to fall for that. Anyway.
I can't take Jeremy denigrating anybody else's intelligence ever.
Anyway, Monopoly now scraps outdated community chest cards to appeal to woke folks. After 85 years of cheap hospital bills, moderate stock earnings, and maturing Christmas funds, Hasbro has now plans to bring Monopoly into the increasingly woke 21st century. Okay. The game makers decided to update its 16 community chess cards, which featured outdated prompts such as winning a beauty contest, actually receiving a tax refund, or the now rarely seen bank error in your favor. In place are more contemporary cards that evoke community service and social awareness. Swaps could include shopping local all week, rescuing a shelter pet, or tend to the community garden. But Hasbro wants players to decide which to include via voting.
Okay.
Since Monopoly became
a vote for something you like. I don't know.
Household name.
Who gives
Who
a
even
shit?
buys board games anymore?
What? I don't know. Board games can be fun. Board games can be okay.
Way. Families are not spending enough time together, and more.
You don't have a family, dude.
Families should be playing more board games.
Because when he means family, he means like with kids and shit, right?
But they just don't.
No one. You don't, because you don't have friends, dude. We literally had 6 people over the other day. Well, four other people, I guess. So 6 people total. We were gonna play board games, but we got too high.
So this is since Monopoly became a household name more than 85 years ago, the world has changed and embraced blah, blah, blah. With community, blah, blah, blah. Other scenarios, okay, with community being more important than ever before, This year is a perfect time to give fans across the country the chance to show what community means.
Why is he mad about this? Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit?
Okay. Other scenarios include rewards for visiting an elderly neighbor, patronizing the school bake sale, or
I was gonna say, aren't board games like more popular than ever?
Donating blood. One may be praised for being a good friend, video chat them on a tough day, and you could call on that friend later to get out of jail free, because yes, Monopoly knows that's how the game is played. Players may also be penalized for acting out of selfishness, such as finding a lost wallet and keeping it, or hosting a party but failing to recycle. They also want to help deciding on what the
failing to recycle. Like, what kind of fucking weird person? Ooh, imagine fucking recycling or finding a lost wallet and giving it back to the person. Like, what? Just, yeah, you should recycle as you can, man. That's fine. What? Man reads article aloud as original content as commentary. Okay, in a sarcastic tone. I know, right? Who buys board games anymore? Said the man who used to solely talk about a card game. I know, right? There's lots of really great board games out there. Well, most of them are like card games. I guess tabletop games in general, rather than board games. They're not necessarily played on a board.
16 new community chest cards should be. Fans can cast their vote at Monopoly's community.
Like Dungeon Mayhem is super fun.
I'm sure this totally won't backfire. You see this.
Okay.
You organize a block party so people on your street.
This is again, this is for the, this is, am I nuts? Isn't this the socialism one again? No, I guess they're voting. You organize a block party so people on your street can get to know each other. They're no longer collecting dollars, which is weird. You pass out umbrellas to people standing at a bus stop on a rainy Monday. I think the block party one is better.
You organize a block party so people on your street can get to know each other.
Vote for
Collect
block party.
$10.
I'm going to vote for this in a second.
Okay.
Can we just do that instead? Monopoly vote or something. Let's do the Monopoly vote. Where's it at? Monopoly game updates, blah blah. So I just want to. No, I want to vote for it, bro. No. But how do I do it? Hasbro wants your help. Okay, where do I do it? Last year, Hasbro reported a 21% jump in gaming sales. Oh, surprise. Who even plays games anymore? What are you talking about, bro? Can I do this or what? MonopolyCommunityChess.com. All right, let's do it, bros. Enough. This is the end of it. I'm not watching any more quartering, but we're gonna vote on this. Okay. Card one. You volunteer as a homework helper, and you learn some stuff too. You spend the day playing games with kids at a local children's hospital. I'm going to do a homework helper. Voted. You organize a family reunion. You help your neighbors clean up their yards after a big storm. Community. Your friends video chat you after a tough day. Get out of jail free. You rescue a puppy and you feel rescued too. That's the one. You set aside time every week to hang out with your elderly neighbor. You've heard some amazing stories, like Weekends at Bernie's. You volunteer to run the social media accounts for a nonprofit art center, and you meet some pretty talented people. Hell yeah. You organize a group to clean up your town's walking path. You volunteer your art skills to paint a mural at the local school. Let's clean up the walking path. We're making history here, chat. You find a wallet on the sidewalk and decide to not to return it. Go to jail. Do not pass go. Fuck jail. Blasting music late at night. Your neighbors do not approve. Loud Skrillex neighbor. Loud Skrillex neighbor. We got to vote for Loud Skrillex neighbor. There's the link to it in chat for you guys. Loud Skrillex neighbor. You shopped local all week, advance to go. Just when you think you can't go another step, you finish that foot race and raise money for your local hospital. Raise money for your local hospital? It's a capitalist hellhole. No, we're shopping local. Good job, chat. You didn't shop local. Pay 50. You buy a few bags of cookies from that school bake sale. Yum. Well, sure. That makes sense. Eat some cookies. Your cousin forgot their wallet. You happily pay for dinner. Your fuzzy friends in the animal shelter will be thankful for your donation. I'm going with the animals every time, bro. I would pay for dinner, though. But I'm going with the animals. You organize a block party so people on your street can get to know each other. You pass a block party, obviously. You volunteer at your local literacy center and learn some fun phrases in a new language. You help build a school playground. Then you go test the slide. Let's do a school playground. The literacy is more important to me. Learn to read, not to slide, kids. You should have volunteered for that home improvement project. You would have learned valuable skills. You graciously host a group of international students. They appreciate the home cooking. All right, we'll do that. We'll cook for some international students. This is really stupid, by the way. All of this stuff right here is really fucking pandery, in my total opinion, for the record. You held a neighborhood party, but you didn't recycle your trash. You go to the local school's car wash fundraiser, but you forgot to close your windows. That one's fun. You help your neighbor bring in her groceries. She makes you lunch to say thanks. We all know what that means, chat. That's the beginning of every porn I've ever seen. I only watch food delivery related porn, by the way. Meow, you knit cozy sweaters for the hairless cats at your local animal shelter. 100%. You knitted tiny sweaters for your hairless cats? Come on, dude. You organize a bake sale for your local school, and you weed the... I'm a stoner. I was like, you smoke weed, you win. You weed the community garden and discover a new bug. Name it something fun. Let's organize a bake sale, I think. You donate your birthday money to a community center. Keep a little for yourself. You volunteered at a blood drive. There were free cookies. Blood drive. Okay. Click to vote again. You can just do it again. We could make this whatever we wanted. They're lucky we can't write our own cards. This would be Bodie McBoatface to fuck. Anyway. It's funny. We didn't have the same votes in the same order to pick from, but you and I voted the same anyway. Hell yeah, dude. You win Monopoly and you put the cop in jail. Dude, get rid of jail. Anyway, Jeremy's really mad about this. I'm not watching the rest of his stupid fucking video. Is he just going to go through those? Yeah, he just goes through them. He's like, yeah, I'm going to vote on them. Shut the fuck up, Jeremy. No one cares about your opinions. Bag of shit. Jeremy sucks, dude. So if Monopoly really wanted to like get someone that's not in their 50s writing for Monopoly, like, and not liberal soccer moms, you know what I mean? Like, ask people. Human people, not those other things that you consider people, like soccer moms. Ugh, not people. Ask actual people, like, hey, you got high and forgot to do the laundry. You ordered DoorDash again, you lazy fuck.